Hey team, how's it going? So I shot a video yesterday from the car, and I talked a little bit about how there's some more sustainable options as far as earning extra income or replacing your job. And I wanted to go into those just a little bit, kind of a surface level, so we kind of get an understanding of what those are. And I kind of want to warn you ahead of time and just let you know that you're going to have to look at some new options, right? As things are cutting off, right? So technology or an app or something like that takes your job, you have to understand that job is never coming back. It's gone forever. Doesn't matter if a new business pops up. If there's a more efficient way to do that business, you can't count on people being, philanthropists and giving out jobs just for the sake of giving out jobs. It's not going to happen. So you're going to have to be able to add value in this society if you are going to survive in this society. Okay. And one of the dangers, I guess it's not really a danger, it's good for companies, it's just terrible for kind of lazy employees, is that it's getting harder and harder to hide in the world where results are so vital to a company, right? If your company's falling apart and you've got tons of people who are just sitting around cashing checks and showing up and clocking in every day, you're going to be looking to find the people who are adding value, who have success and have results and they're putting their effort in, and you're going to keep those people. So I cannot help you. There is nothing that can help you if you're not going to put the effort into growing, and if you're not growing, you're dying, especially in this new economy. Right? That's one of the great secrets of becoming a great leader, is to never stop becoming, right? Go ask Jeff O'Leary. And so a couple of the options you have available to you, for one, is always sales. And I know that there's a lot of stigma attached to sales. I know that a lot of people hate the whole, they shudder at the thought of it. And there's some pretty slimy salesmen out there, but sales is just a transferring of value from one person to another. Okay, so you have a company, here's a corporate entity, and you have to sell to either another corporate entity or a person or whatever. And in order to make that happen, there has to be boots on the ground to kind of create win-win situations. Hey, we have this product, we have this service, you have a need, we have a way to fill that need, would you like to, and then they make a commission off of that. And so a good quality salesman who can see the strengths in other people, who can decipher the needs in other individuals, there's a total learnable skill. There's an art and a science to everything. So even if you don't think you have the art and that natural knack and ability to do it, it's a very discernible science that you can develop in order to make this happen. And I can give you some of those resources. Just keep watching the channel. But watching for needs, and then being a trustworthy person. Okay, you cannot be one of the pressure into a big sale first. It's for sure a way to ruin a relationship. And again, looking at the economy, you have to be somebody who's reaching out long, have to developing relationships with people around you, people who trust you, people who know that you're not going to screw them over on a deal. So sales, right? If you're going to learn these skills, if you want to take this stuff seriously and you're starting from scratch, I wouldn't go take a sales course, because a lot of it's going to be from slimy people who are just trying to get some extra money. I would go read some books, specifically business classics. One of the most foundational books in dealing with people in general is How to Influence and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Okay, there's some statistics out there that talk about how 90% of success in any career field is dealing successfully with other people. I was just at a conference this last week, and people were dropping those statistics from the States. They're pretty obvious, right? Out of 100 people who get fired from a job, 90 of them is going to be from a failure to effectively deal with other people, and about 10 of it is going to be from an ignorance or a lack of aptitude in the business. So people are extremely vital, and that's, looking into the new economy, that's what you're going to be needing to focus on. Okay, another book that I got from a mentor is How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Sales, and that has got some very hard, fast principles they're simple, but they're not easy, and you're not going to just discern them off the top of your head. There's stuff like going out and meeting 2 people a day. There's ways to set up your schedule, your planner to make that happen. So anyway, highly recommended book. Another book, if I'm just going to recommend 2 as far as this field goes, the other one would be Little Red Book of Sales. Jeffrey Gitmore has some fantastic books, and they're very bullet pointed. They're very easy to follow. There's not a lot of garbage in the middle. It's just straight fact. if there were some other options out there that I would like to give you, Zig Ziglar has a book on sales. Zig Ziglar always has fantastic stuff. Trustworthy guy. I would definitely listen to what he had to say. But those are a few options to get started. And another option that you have as an entrepreneur, if you don't like necessarily the idea of sales, or again, the problem with sales is that if you don't make a sale, you don't eat. Right? It's beneficial in that you're not stuck in a cubicle trading your time for your dollars. Right? You're not limited to the amount of money you can make. You can make huge amounts, and it can vary. But the problem is that if you don't make the sale, you can't put gas in the car, you can't put food on your plate, you can't pay the mortgage. So it's a little risky for some people. And a lot of people right now are turning to network marketing as another option. Okay, now, network marketing is also called MLM. Some people call them pyramid schemes. Those are the more ignorant people. We live in the 21st century, right? We have things like the FBI. We have like the internet, right? If pyramid schemes existed, we would know about them, and the FBI would shut them down. They just, if they come up, they get shut down very quickly. There are some extremely significant companies out there that enable people to work from home, making pretty substantial income. It's leverage, right? It's like a micro franchise. So the advantage of owning a franchise like a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A or Hardee's or whatever the case is, not even just fast food, is that you have a proven system where it's just kind of turnkey, right? And you have the name of a company that is sustainable, right? McDonald's is not going away anytime soon. It's a reputable brand for the sake of discussion. And if you open up a door with the franchise name, you know that you can be successful as long as you put the work in, okay? The problem with franchises is that they cost hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to operate successfully, right? Then you have to pay for, you might not have to pay for legal, maybe the franchise takes care of that, but you still have to deal with, hiring people, firing people. You have to deal with all the, buying inventory, moving inventory, and again, if that franchise fails, you've got a lot of money invested, okay? Network marketing is a micro franchise, and that it only costs usually maybe hundreds of dollars. Usually hundreds, like multiple hundreds, is kind of a lot. Depends on what company you're working with. But the advantage is that you can leverage your income. You can develop a team of a salesman that work for you, and you get paid off of their commission. You essentially become a headhunter. Okay, so your job is to go find talent and people who want to make extra money and move a product very similar to a salesman would be, and your income is leveraged very much like an investor. And so again, a lot of business owners are moving to network marketing because you don't have to pay for legal, you don't have to pay an employee, you set your own hours, you make as much or as little as you want. And another advantage, unlike sales, is that once you have a residual commission coming in, it doesn't go away. It's going to be there, I mean, not immediately, right? Especially if you're in a service-driven company. There's product companies that sell things like they might sell an energy drink or some cool product like Advocare or Herbalife that are selling supplements and things like that to make you more healthy. Those are great companies, and the advantage of product-based companies is that you can make money a lot faster. You don't get paid for as deep. They're a lot harder to start, I think, initially because you have to learn how to sell. Versus if you have a product-based company, you're not going to make as much money as fast, but it's going to last a whole lot longer. Especially right now, Warren Buffett talks about how some of the biggest transferring of wealth in the history of the world is happening right now in the field of energy deregulation. And there are 2, maybe 3 main companies out there that are helping people make substantial amounts of money working from home. And I don't want to endorse a lot of them over this channel, but if you have any interest, by all means, I'd love to talk to you about them. I have taken advantage of some of that in the past and still do it on a pretty regular basis. A lot of people who are seeing this are actually in my business for one of the companies that I've worked with in the past. And again, I still work with it now. Anyway, then you can also look at investing. Okay, now I can't personally talk intelligently on investing for most of your guys's to most of your guys' standards. I have some incredible friends that I'll bring on the channel a little bit later. One's name's Robert Robert is a stinking genius. He's 21 years old, investing in all sorts of awesome stuff. Not in stocks, but in either people or in real estate. There's note investing, which is highly underestimated. But again, I can't talk intelligently on this subject, so I'm not even going to try. But those are just a few options. If you're looking at network marketing and you're not interested in just jumping all in immediately, here's one book right here called The 4-Year Career, and another one called GoPro by Eric Worre. And again, you want to be careful about network marketing, because if someone's trying to sell you on it as a get rich quick, you're going to make this much amount of money, this fast, it's super easy, stop, because if it sounds too good to be true, it is. It might be possible, but don't let them oversell you in this, right? The realities of network marketing are that it's very hard work initially. Now, if there's a tipping point where you put in enough effort and you're going to get paid for a lot of things you don't do, right? Initially, Les Brown talks about this. He says, initially with network marketing, you're going to have to do a lot of things you don't get paid for. But in the end, you get paid for a lot of things that you don't do. So, for a normal person, network marketing is highly recommended. Just know that the fact that a normal person can get into this business is both beneficial and not so beneficial. Okay, it's beneficial in that anyone can do it. This is awesome. Anyone can make money. The problem with that being that if anyone can do it, not everyone does it. They don't treat it like a professional would. And when they don't get the results, they get all, I'm going to say pissy. They get all pissy. I said it. I'm sorry. I said it. They get all pissy that they didn't get the results, and it's because they didn't put the effort in. But anyone can make money in network marketing if they pick the right company, do it the right way, and are trained effectively. So again, all those skills are going to be coming on in this channel a little bit later. But I'm going on about 12 minutes now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out. If you have any questions, if you want more follow-up, I'd love to help you guys out. As always, God bless, dream fearless, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.